Hey, what's up, Roxstars? It's Rox with a little bit of talk about what's at the top of the blogs. So let's get to it. I say I'm gonna take some time off, y'all. All the cashiers, they was like, somebody stole her truck. It was like you could hear it all throughout the store. This Rox coming to you today with a review for Love and Marriage Detroit, Love and Marriage Huntsville, our book 4, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Let's get to it, shall we? Meow, 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 meow. Mustard on the beat. Ho, mustard! Now, you guys already know what the first story is about. Y'all already know. You didn't get a top of the blogs extra because it was the weekend, and bitch, y'all not getting my weekends. However, now that we are here, a couple of days before Thanksgiving, by the way. Hopefully, you guys are all going to be having a wonderful Thanksgiving, but we'll talk about that later. But anyway, if you were living under a rock, then you missed that K. Dot, our own very own Kendrick Lamar. Mama named him Kendrick Lamar Duckworthy. Did you guys know his last name was Duckworthy? I didn't know that either. He dropped an album Saturday. Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. Y'all, he dropped an album, GNX, on Saturday morning to our very own surprise. We had no idea that Kendrick Lamar was about to drop. Because who drops on Saturdays? Well, you know what? Actually, I take that back. Ice Cube dropped on Saturday. Apparently we knew that Ice Cube was dropping on Saturday. I had no idea, you guys. It's such a sad story with Ice Cube. You know, he literally was one of my favorite rappers, and I still do have love for Ice Cube. I do. But Ice Cube has gotten so strange over the last 5, 6, 7 years. I don't really know where the man stands on a lot of things. I mean, I haven't really paid much attention to Ice Cube because he said some things and did some things that kind of turned me. And from then on, I just sort of been, I've had a real healthy and a very keen side eye for Ice Cube. So I had no idea that he had an album that was dropping on Saturday yet and still. I think they said it was his 10th album. Good for Ice Cube. I still do love Ice Cube, y'all. We just don't see eye to eye right now. You know, that's how it is with relationships sometimes. But on top of Ice Cube dropping, Kendrick Lamar dropped GNX. Okay. And there's a part of me that wonders if he did that on purpose, if he did that to overshadow Ice Cube, because Ice Cube even had some choice words, backhanded compliments, like Kendrick Lamar said, that came from Ice Cube, in the past. Even we were talking about the Drake beef and all that. I think Kendrick, obviously. So now listen, I will say that I have not sat and listened to this music, like dissected it, tried to figure out some of the double entendres or some of the messages that he's trying to say in the songs. I haven't sat and watched any think pieces. I haven't watched people's reviews on the album. I haven't done any of that. Okay. I have literally just listened to the album for my own enjoyment. This conversation that we're having about the album right now is not going to be more of me reviewing it. It's just going to be me just telling you how much I love Kendrick Lamar, how much I love the album. I think Kendrick was like listening when people were saying that he's too conscious, he's a tree hugger, he's hoteppy, he don't know how to get the party going, he don't know how to make the people dance, he's gotten so high up in his britches that folks can't relate to him. And whether or not you thought that was true, we do know that Kendrick decided to show the naysayers. Actually, 2024 has been Kendrick's year for showing the naysayers. That obviously you guys must have forgotten all of the hits, all of the dance songs, and all of the good times that we had with that very first album, Good Kid, Mad City. Okay. Which is a classic. Okay. But now we are talking about GNX, and I love it so, you guys. If this world were mine. I don't know the words of anything, so I have just been enjoying this music for the bomb ass album that it is. Some of his albums I have loved, like Good Kid, Mad City and To Pimp a Butterfly. Like, those are my favorite Kendrick Lamar albums. You know, Mr. Morale, a little too deep for me, you know, but I did enjoy the album, but that is not one that I listened to over and over. Also, I did like Damn, but To Pimp a Butterfly and Good Kid, Mad City is definitely my favorite Kendrick Lamar albums. But we gonna bring GNX. GNX still ain't topping Good Kid, Mad City for me, but GNX is somewhere in there with To Pimp a Butterfly. Good music, you guys. Good music. This kid is so talented. He makes me so proud to be from Los Angeles. He makes me so proud to say that he's from Los Angeles, from Compton, you guys know, which is a suburb of LA. It's all part of LA County. Yeah, just absolute good times, y'all. Good times. Joe sent me a text. Well, sent a text message to the family chat on Saturday and just said Kendrick dropped an album. I was like, well, let me go listen. And I've been listening ever since. Some of the standout favorites of mine, you guys, of course, I enjoy the first song, Whacked Out Murals. If you guys listen to that song, I just said I wasn't going to be reviewing it, but it is kind of talking about him kind of feeling like it's time for him to just address all of the people that have had so much to say about him, people that maybe he thought he rocked with, that don't rock with him. I mean, this is kind of like, according to Kendrick's words, this is where he crashes out, okay? Where he's talking about different rappers and different people in the industry that may have done him wrong, people that have caught him by surprise, people that he thought were his friends, thought were his colleagues, thought had respect for him. You know, of course, we heard the verse when he's talking about Lil Wayne. He actually is not even really talking about Lil Wayne. So it's very interesting to me that Lil Wayne came out and said, you know, why is everybody trying to attack the sleeping giant or whatever the fuck he said. Nigga, you was the one that was crying. Okay, crying about not getting the Super Bowl. Listen, I understand you're disappointed you didn't get the Super Bowl. It's in your hometown. You wanted it and everything. The fact that you made such a big deal over something that was not promised to you. Nobody ever asked you to be in the Super Bowl, so why did you think it was yours to begin with? Because you're from New Orleans? If they would have picked a John Baptiste, for example, if they would have picked him, would you been sitting up there crying and carrying on and acting the fool too? I don't think so, you know. So anyway, in the song where he says, you know, he used to listen to the Carter 3 and rock his Rolly chain, you know, and now he feels like maybe his hard work disappointed Lil Wayne. If you guys didn't understand what that meant, it was just sort of like, damn, I've been out here, I've been grinding. People been enjoying my music. People been loving me. 2024 has been my year. Why wouldn't they ask me to perform in the Super Bowl? It seems like if you were a true friend of mine, you know, that you would have been happy for me instead of sitting up there talking about it should have been you. Fact of the matter is it wasn't you. Okay. I don't think he said anything disrespectful to Lil Wayne. I'm going to wait and see if Lil Wayne decides to come out with something. I just feel like somebody needs to sit down with Lil Wayne because I've always felt like Lil Wayne had like a level head, you know? And I just feel like Lil Wayne is letting all of the chatter of the outside noise kind of get to him. And I'm just like, come on, like, you know, it's just not for you at this time. Lil Wayne hasn't even really been doing anything. We've seen some of his live. Yeah, for nostalgia reasons, I enjoy the Hot Boys. I enjoy Lil Wayne and everything. But, you know, anyway, we're not making this about Lil Wayne. I love Luther. I put that actually on my Instagram because I immediately heard that and I was like, this is going to be a record. This is going to be a banger on the radio. People are going to listen to this very much the same way they listened to the song from Black Panther that Kendrick Lamar and SZA did in the past. Again, they got another hit there on their hands. Of course, we're going to talk about Squabble Up because they put out the video yesterday. Was it yesterday? God, it feels like it's been so long since the album dropped and it's only been like 3 days. I guess it was yesterday. It was either yesterday. Yesterday was Monday. So yeah, I think it was Monday. maybe even Sunday, they put out Squabble Up. Squabble Up. Hey, Squabble Up. So something to fuck on my face. Something that's in it today. He cracks me up when he changes his voice like that, you guys. Squabble Up is the jam. Okay, and if you saw the video, I did not sit and try to think of all the ways that this song or the video reminded me of LA. Of course, we saw the Soul Train board. Of course, we saw the shout out to Ice-T's wife. No, was that his wife, or was that Darlene? I think that was Darlene, the first girl that he had. You know, the album cover where her backside is to the camera and her butt is out, and I think she has a dog chain or something around her neck. And we saw the girls like crump dancing, and them doing all the different dances from like the 90s. And it's just, man, just good music. Squabble Up is definitely going to be a banger. They're going to be playing that in the clubs and everything. Like I said, 2024, Kendrick Lamar's year. Another song that I really enjoy is Reincarnated. Immediately when I heard it, it reminded me of kind of like My Ambitions of a Writer. It kind of reminded me of like some Tupac, a lot of different Tupac songs. You could clearly hear that he had adopted the cadence of Tupac, even the sound of Tupac, the music from like All Eyes on Me, and his Tupac's album. Like, yeah, you heard it immediately. I am almost willing to say that it does feel like we've got our second Tupac on the West Coast. We couldn't 100% claim Tupac as a West Coast artist because we knew that he was from the East Coast and he had relocated to the West Coast. But this time we've got a true blue, born and raised West Coastian, an LA native who is paying direct homage to Tupac in that song. Sounds like him, and everything. The musicality of this album also, when you listen to some of the songs, are pretty much just like beats, right? Like pretty good hardcore beats. But other songs have so much music, so much production in it. You guys have to listen to it in your car or listen to it with your headphones on and turn it up pretty good so that you can hear all of the intricacies that are involved with the songs on this album, you guys. It's just beautiful. That song, what song is it? The song with SZA, and what is the name of the other song? But there are some songs on there that just has so much going on as far as the music is concerned. I like to listen to all of that because when I have it loud in my car, like I could just feel it. It's like that Dolby sound, you guys. But anyway, yeah, so very proud of him. Love the album to death. Definitely on constant replay at the itsrox household, in my car, everything. And again, with it coming off of the summer of Not Like Us, and us laughing at Drake's unfortunate landing on Kendrick's bad side, I've just really enjoyed the album. So you guys have to tell me what you think about the album. I know that many of you guys are Kendrick Lamar fans. Many of you guys are Drake fans. I am a Drake fan. I cannot lie. I've had a lot of good times to a lot of Drake's music. But Drake's latest moves has just made me kind of look at him and just be like, Drake, why is it that you cannot get your ego and your pride out of the way? It just really pains me, you guys. It pains me that we have made it to this point in hip hop music, but weird things continue to happen, child. We just got to roll with the punches, okay? And I guess you can see that I'm parlaying this whole conversation into what happened yesterday after many of us went on and on about how much we enjoyed GNX and Kendrick's new music. we saw that Drake had his lawyers file a petition. Apparently, it's not a lawsuit yet, but it's heading that way. They filed a petition where they are asking Universal Music Group. Now, let me look at my notes because this gets a little complicated, but we're gonna figure it out. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of read from my notes. Okay, it's saying that Drake is trying to set up to sue US Universal Music Group because they're saying that they paid Spotify to inflate the number of streams of Not Like Us. Now, apparently, Drake wants to bring like a RICO-sized lawsuit against Universal Music Group for faulty business practices. Okay, he's saying that there were illegal bots that were used to make it seemed like Not Like Us was more popular than it was. All right. It basically sounds like it's a whole payola scheme, is what Drake and his team is trying to say. They're saying that there was a vlogger or blogger or somebody that had called into a show that Academics was doing at the time, and they said that they were paid $5,000 to direct something like 30 million bots to stream Not Like Us, to pump up, to like artificially inflate Not Like Us. And it'll show as Kendrick Lamar's streaming, and it'll benefit him, and block up Spotify because everybody is listening to Spotify. I mean, everybody is listening to Not Like Us, so nobody has the time to listen to Drake's music. They're also saying that Universal took a lower percentage of money from the streams and let Spotify keep that money. So as if they were paying Spotify to continue to direct people to listen to Not Like Us. And I was watching a lawyer who was talking about it yesterday, and he was saying that the reason why Drake is probably pulling this stunt or trying to possibly sue Universal Music Group is because he feels like irreparable harm has been done to the reputation of him, that he won't be able to recover, which means that he won't be able to make the money that he was pretty much locked in solid to make for the rest of his career, however long he wanted that to carry out. So now he is going to sue because he feels like, if he can't get his money through his talent, through his work, through his music, then damn it, the company who is besmirchifying his name, shout out to Don King, is going to pay him. Now, I'm gonna tell you like this. I don't know what they talking about, these 30 million bots and shit, but Roxanne personally, myself personally, I think I listened to that song about 88,000 times. I probably have streamed that song a good almost 100,000 times myself. So y'all can put me down for that. And I think that most people were streaming that song and listening to that song. It was fucking everywhere. I think Drake forgets the fact that Kendrick took all royalty, all that he made it so that anybody could play the song. They weren't going to have any copyright flagging on it. That monumentally made it such a bigger thing on YouTube. I mean, we were all talking about it. We were all playing it in our videos. We didn't have any worry of us getting flagged. That also brought a lot of attention and streams to that music. And I just honestly don't feel like, now, of course, this is just me. I'm not in the music industry and all that, but I don't feel like it's too far of a stretch to say that this man got so many streams on Not Like Us, because it had got to the point where it was getting on people's nerves. Like, they were tired of hearing it, I didn't get that way. I could still full blown dance when Not Like Us come on. I could still blast it in my car when it comes on, no problem. But there were many people that were like, okay, enough. All right. Fuck, he had his concert, he played the shit 5 times. Crazy though, it's craziness. Also in the lawsuit, or in the petition, they're also saying that Universal Music Group is firing employees that were lovers of Drake, and that they are hiring people that are lovers of Kendrick Lamar. I don't even know how you would classify or quantify? Like, how would you be able to say? I mean, are people walking around with t-shirts that say I love Drake or I love Kendrick? Like, how is it that, again, I don't work in the music industry, so I don't know, but it just sounds so far-fetched and weird and odd. But hey, it's Drake's right. If he feels that he's been wronged some kind of way, he wants to sue, then I mean, I guess go ahead and do what you do. Now that's the legal and the business part of this whole story, right? Talking about the court of public opinion and the fact that when you talk about when you talk about hip hop and what has always been in hip hop, which has been battling, which has been beefs, which has been dissing each other, you kind of take that shit on the chin and you move on. You either come back at them bigger and badder and stronger, or you take your L, you go back to the damn mixing board and you make more music and you live to see another day. Drake obviously is not a part of that. All right. And this stunt feels very bitch made. Like, it feels so bitch made. It feels like you can't do something, so now you're telling. Okay. Now you're pointing fingers. And it's just like, really, Drake? And I like Drake, but I just was like, I'm so in my feelings and I'm feeling so very sad and sorry for myself. And so now I feel like I need to sue Universal Music Group. They're saying that this is the reason why he is not suing Kendrick Lamar. I was like, this nigga didn't called you a damn pedophile and talked about your whole team and said you got this secret baby somewhere and said you got this and that and doing this and that and called you out and talked to your mama and your daddy in the songs. And I mean, this motherfucker called you everything but a child of God. But you suing the Universal Music Group about some damn streams. Drake, they was playing that song to death. They was playing that song to death. Everywhere you looked. On every fucking channel. And I'm in Atlanta. Mr. was in LA. He was like, Roxanne, they play that song so fucking much in LA. Like, it's just everywhere. So, yeah, the story does not sound... It doesn't sound like he's going to be successful in this, but we'll see. Now, Universal Music Group has come back out and just, in layman's terms, they was like, this motherfucker is a light-skinned ass lie. And I'm like, this nigga's up here mad and shit, and now he up here blaming us for his, like I said, unfortunate landing on Kendrick's bad side. Now, this album is not directed at Drake. What was the ultimate move is that he did not even put Not Like Us on that album because he didn't try to make a profit out of it. Okay. He didn't put none of those songs. The Heart. Oh, that's the other song that I really enjoy is The Heart Part 6. Actually, I think it's just called Heart Part 6. Drake's song is called The Heart Part 6. And this song is called Heart Part 6, which is like his love letter to TDE. I think this is like his last album with TDE, and then I think he was going to be released. At least I remember that that's how it was originally, so I'm assuming that that's what this is. That's a beautiful song. They sample in SWV. Use your heart and not your eyes. Baby, just relax your mind. You got time and I got time. Side note, y'all, I know I can't sing. I'm not doing this because I feel like I can sing. I just do it because I like to. And because it gets on your nerves. Well, just a few of you. And what was the other one? Oh, you guys told me that you didn't like it. I love to, child. Anyway, yeah, bitch made on Drake's part. And I was just like, this is not going to help you look better in the hip hop community. I think at this point, Drake realizes that he already doesn't look good in hip hop community. So he's just like going all full gusto, okay? Full steam ahead. Like, damn it, if nobody is going to like me anyway, let me go on and sue. Okay. I was just like, yeah, maybe. How's that working for you, Drake? How's that working for you? I was talking to one of the Roxstars in my DMs yesterday, and they were like, I don't know why he don't just go and start acting again. You know, let this shit die down. I wish that Drake would have just took the L and just ignored everything and just made more music. Like, ignored it. Like, don't keep trying to come back at Kendrick, because it's obvious that Kendrick is King Petty at the time, and he got 15 songs probably lined up for Drake. You know, it was just sort of like, you could have just, once you saw the writing on the wall that you were not going to win this battle, I think it was the fact that he felt like he was the greatest to ever do it. And so, yeah, this has all been a very large hit on his ego and his pride. And I mean, I get that, but I just wish that Drake would have moved differently. And just kind of went on, because I think he thought that he was going to be able to take him out the same way that he did Meek Mill, and very much so you didn't get to do that. You didn't get to do that, you know? You win some, you lose some, move on. But yeah, Drake's not moving on. He is suing, and yeah, bitch made. Yeah, y'all. Anyway, child, I didn't realize I was talking about all that so long, but it is what it is. You guys let me know what you think about all of that. Everything that I just told you about Kendrick Lamar's album GNX. And I think it's called GNX because that's a car. Am I not mistaken? I think that's the car that he's leaning on the cover of the album. I think that is a GNX. Don't give me the lying, y'all. You would think I know the way Mr. Love his lowriders. Is that a lowrider car? I should have asked him. But anyway, yeah, you guys let me know what you think about the album, what you think about K. Dot. I am so excited and pumped up for him. And you guys protect Kendrick at all costs. We need him to make it to the Super Bowl. We need it to be a good time. You know, and I'm loving it. I'm loving all this. You guys also let me know what you think about Drake's lawsuit that he has filed. Well, not lawsuit, the petition that he has filed. Do you believe that there has been some payola that's been going on in the background? Or are you like me and just kind of realizing that fucking song very easily was getting millions and millions and millions and millions of streams? Easily. Okay. And Universal did not even make money off of it because, like I said, he opened up the copyright. So that shit was everywhere. He did not try to benefit from that song. So any of those songs, the others, Meet the Grahams and all that, he didn't try to benefit from any of those songs, you know? So yeah, there's that. Y'all let me know what you think, and we're gonna move on to the next story. You know what? I think we just gonna leave it at that. I think we just gonna let this out, this whole first top of the blogs, this whole video just be about the album and the lawsuit. And if you guys don't watch my other video, I just wanted to say happy Thanksgiving to you all. I hope you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving. We're gonna be home. I'm sure, you know, Mister's gonna cook his regular stuff. His mom bought us a frozen Popeyes turkey. We had one in the past, so this is our second time doing it. It was pretty good last time, so we got that. I was just like, we didn't even need a turkey, child. All I need is a little ham. Ain't even got to fuck with that turkey, but you know, Mister always feel like it's Thanksgiving. He gotta have a goddamn turkey. So we having a turkey and the ham. Mr. making the macaroni and cheeses. Macaroni and cheese is legendary, and I'm not just saying that because I'm married to him. Everybody loves his mac and cheese. And he's gonna make the dressing, and then I make the sweet potato souffle or casserole or whatever you want to call it, and I make the greens because my greens are pretty good. Even Mr. feels like my greens are good, and he thinks he cooks better than anybody. And then I guess I'll probably buy an apple pie and ice cream, and that'll be our holiday. We'll be home. So I hope you guys all have a wonderful Thanksgiving. You guys be safe out there. All right. And that being said, we do this every single week. So make sure you thumbs up the video, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you come back. Until next time, Roxstars.